Hey there, it's Kemi here. Welcome to the Neuro Inversion's Accelerator Class 1. In this class, I'll be teaching you the exact same method I use with my students to help them master their inversions, boost strength, and build true bodily control. Even if you've never done it before, short on time, or struggling with consistency, or don't feel confident in your technique yet. This is the first of a series of powerful foundational mini classes that are simple, easy to digest, and most of all, efficient and effective. Each day will build on what we've practiced so that movements that once felt unfamiliar will start to feel like second nature. You'll be introduced to unique, high payoff neuro drills designed to improve your strength, mobility, flexibility, and bodily coordinations in ways that you may have once thought were out of reach. I've been teaching and practicing yoga for almost a decade, and throughout the years, I've learned different techniques and methods and have developed a clear sense of what works and what doesn't. But just like you, I once believed that advanced and controlled movements were out of my league until I started learning about functional neurology and how the nervous system works. It was a massive game changer for me. I began accessing poses I once thought were impossible, like pressing into a handstand and navigating complex transitions with control. This is really no longer about asanas, such as inversions or arm balances. It's about realizing how magical we are and the vessel that we live in, and how we are capable of changing. We are so much more than we think. I'll be sharing the exact techniques that help me and hundreds of my students unlock not only inversions and arm balances, but also a deeper sense of bodily control and confidence. But before we dive in, remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about progression. So stay curious, stay patient, and trust your brain and body that they are learning in every rep. So, all right then, let's get started and begin warming up the body. Grab a pair of socks or a rag for our drills. Let's meet on the mat. All right, so before we proceed, let's talk about the fundamentals and the foundation of inversions and arm balances. First, your hands. The way you flex the wrist, so the strength of your flexion is so essential. Trusting your fingers and your palms to push down as you grip the floor. Now, the flexibility and mobility of the extension of the wrist is very essential, so we're gonna work with that. And our ability to push away from the ground. So protraction of the scapula, separating the shoulder blades away from each other. As you can see, my back starts to round. And then tucking the pelvis under, notice my core starts to engage. And the way you can bring your legs together, adductors and engagement of the leg can be very helpful. Now, back to your shoulders. From protraction of the scapula, our ability to externally rotate our shoulders are very essential as well while protracting the scapula. So the shoulders are actually turning outwards while keeping the hands kind of centered. Now, when you have your shoulders externally rotated and protraction of the scapula, when you bend your elbow, you'll notice your elbow will go inwards, not outwards, because outwards, it creates an internal rotation. You notice? And this is also your positioning in your chaturanga. Handstands, now arms are completely extended, creating a hollow back shape. If we're tight in our shoulders, what's gonna happen is we're gonna get banana back as we look up, right? So pulling the ribs in, tucking the pelvis, and elevating the shoulders up towards your ears, pressing away from the floor, and then gazing up or down. Right now it's up because I'm standing. So your ability to push and the way you can look up, or you can keep your chin up. And sometimes this is quite threatening for the brain. So the way you move your eyes are very essential. So we'll work on that as well. So let's begin by warming up. starting with our hands. I invite you to extend the wrist. Hug the elbow to the side of the body without moving the forearm, just the wrist, fingers pointing up. Then begin to curl your fingers. Make a fist and then flex your wrist. Then begin to open up the hands as wide as you can, and then extend the wrist again. Curl your fingers, make a fist, flex the wrist, open up. So let's do just a few rounds. Movement with the breath again. Try not to move your forearm as much as you can. And really paying attention with the way you curl your fingers, the way you make a fist and flex, and opening it up, extending the wrist as much as you can. And make sure you're breathing. Amazing. Now, as you extend the wrist, curl your fingers, make a fist, open the hands. And now, from here, keep your hands extended. Then press the palms down, make a fist, curl your fingers. Then pull it up, open your hands up. Woo, this one is fire. Palms down, make a fist, curl your fingers, and then extend the wrist, open it up. Palms down, curl your fingers, make a fist, extend the wrist, open it up. Last one. Press your hands down, curl your fingers, make a fist, and then flex the wrist, open it up, and then give them a shake. All right. Now when our hands are on the floor, making sure that you're pressing down to the palms and your fingers, especially your index knuckle and your thumb knuckle, pressing down. Okay, so let's all meet in tabletop position. Spread your fingers, grip the mat, aligning an elbow and the shoulders. Then externally rotate your shoulders. So turn the shoulders out. Now, protract your scapula. Depress the shoulders away from the ears. Press the upper back again towards the ceiling, protraction of the scapula. Now begin to circle your shoulders. When we do circular movements of figure of eights, we stimulate certain parts of our brain called cerebellum. And this houses 80% of your neurons, improving accuracy, balance, and coordination. Circle your shoulders opposite direction. Amazing. Now, protract your scapula, externally rotate your shoulders, tuck your pelvis, pull the ribs in, tuck the toes, and come up into plank pose. Okay, find your nice strong plank, feet together. Shift your weight onto your hands as comfortable as it can for you. Bearing weight onto your fingers and the palms, push up as much as you can. It's about resistance. Push, push, push. Now give me 5 to 10 push-ups here. Option to drop your knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press up. Lower your knees down towards the floor. Take a moment. Flicker your arms and your hands. Now let's meet into side plank. Back into your high plank. Push down away from the floor. Shift your weight onto your left hand. Reach the right arm over the head. Lift the hips up. Look at your right thumb. Let's do some eye tracking drill here. Look at your right thumb. And then slowly bring the right hand down towards the floor. Then bring it back up for 1. Bring it down, making sure that your eye is maintaining the focus on the thumb. 3, 4, 5. Lift the hips up. Now bring the arm over your head. Keep your gaze on the thumb. Breathe. Lift the hips up higher. Amazing. Now switch side. Lift the hips up. Left arm over the head. Fix your gaze onto your left thumb. Lift the hips up higher. And then bring the hand down towards the floor while you maintain the gaze to the thumb for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift the hips up higher, reach up a little bit taller. Then bring the arm over your head, gaze onto your thumb. Hold. Come back into center. Shift your weight forward, bend the elbow back, lower down into your chaturanga. Breathe in, upward facing dog, shoulders back and down. Exhale, let's meet in dolphin. So lower your forearms down towards the floor by keeping the external rotation of your shoulders. You can allow your palms to come a little bit closer if that feels more comfortable for you. Now imagine kissing the floor between your hands. Shift forward, lean, and then push back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, one more, 7, last one, 8, amazing. Pull the ribs in, externally rotate your shoulders as you push down towards the floor, walk your feet forward, and notice how that feels on your hamstrings. Breathe here, keep resisting. Now lift your elbows up, walk your hands to the back of your mats towards your feet. Inhale, straighten your spine. Exhale, turn your toes out. And let's drop down into deep Malasana. Palms together, lift the chest. Inhale. Exhale. All right. Reach your hands forward, lower your bum towards the floor. And let's do some hollow shape positioning, core strength. Lay down on the mat. You're going to tuck your pelvis as you pull the ribs in, so really pressing down your lower back towards the ground. Hover your knees up, and then reach the arms over the head. Palms facing up. External rotation of the shoulders, and elevate the shoulders up towards your ears, reaching up a little bit higher. Now begin to extend your legs. As you exhale, lower your legs down towards the floor. Keep hovering the leg. Amazing. Bend your knees towards your chest. Then reach up. Squeeze your knees into your triceps as you reach up a little bit higher, flexing your entire body. Exhale, nice and slow, lower down. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale here. Pull the ribs in. Inhale, bend your knees, reach up, bring your knees into your armpit. So we're mimicking that position in Bakasana. Exhale, lower, extend the leg, tuck your pelvis, ribs in. Inhale, knees into your armpits, nice and tight, reach forward. Exhale, lower down, extend the leg. You got this. Tuck your pelvis, ribs in. Extend the wrist, push up a little bit higher, pushing tall. Again, knees into your armpits, squeeze nice and tight. You got this. Lower down. Extend the leg, tuck your pelvis, elevate the shoulders up towards your ears. Hold it here. Last one, knees into your armpits, nice and tight. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Hover your legs, tuck the pelvis, push up a little bit more, elevate the shoulders up towards your ears, engage your inner thighs, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. That was not easy. Great job. All right. Hug your knees to your chest. Take a moment to pause. And then begin to rock yourself up and back. And then let's meet back into your deep squat, Malasana. Lift the chest. Hands onto the floor. Grip the mat, press your palms, externally rotate your shoulders, lift the hips, and start to lean onto your hands and your fingers. And notice if you're retracting your scapula, make sure you're pressing away and rounding the upper back, and bring the shoulders away from the ears as you shift your weight onto your hands and your fingers. You might feel light on your feet, and maybe you can even get them off the floor if that's okay. If not, don't worry about it. Keep shifting your weight onto your hands, just sensing your strength here and how you feel in your wrist and your hands. Gazing forward, lower down. Now lift the hips, fold forward. Notice how you feel in your hamstrings. Again, getting that core compression, squeezing your lower belly and the upper thighs. Now, bring your hands down towards the floor, maybe slightly forward depending on your body. Now, push the floor with your hands. Lean into your hands and your fingers. Shrug your ears towards your shoulders. Look between the wrist. And keep shifting forward and back. Maybe your feet can come off. Maybe not. So, shifting your weight from back and forth with your hands and your feet. One more. And then back into your Malasana. Awesome work. All right. Now, let's add some combination of vision drills and air hunger. What we're going to do is we're going to bring our thumb in front of our face. Keep your gaze on the thumb. Keep your gaze on your thumb. You're going to take a breath in and then bring the thumb to the tip of your nose as close as you can, as long as you don't see two thumbs. If you see two thumbs, you've gone too far. Okay? Breathe in. Together, hum it out. Let your eyes converge. Then extend the thumb back out. Breathe in, hum it out, bring your thumb to the third eye. Slowly bring the thumb away from the face. Allow your eyes to diverge. Again, hum it out, bring it to your third eye. Away from the face. Then close your eyes for a moment. And what we're doing there is activating certain parts of the brainstem to promote flexion within the body. That's the medulla and the midbrain. And we're gonna stack that up a little bit more by adding air hunger drill. Flexion is crow pose, handstands, headstands, the body goes into flexion. So maybe you'll notice a difference with that, especially the way you push the floor away with your hands. So, air hunger drill, changing the pH in the body and chemical changes. Exhale out the mouth, empty your lungs, hold your breath, and do as many squats as you can while holding your breath. The moment you feel the urge to breathe, you just stop and recover the breathing. Within 3 breaths, you should have your breath normalize. All right, together. Hold your breath, do as many squats as you can. No panting. Let's do that one more round. Exhale out the mouth. Hold your breath. Do as many squats as you can. You might feel your heart beating fast, increase of energy. This stimulates the same part of the brainstem, medulla, and midbrain, improving global flexor tone of the body. This is what helped me press in the early days I started learning about neurology. So let's see if you notice changes within your body. So hinge from your hips, begin to fold. Notice how your forward fold feels. Inhale, straighten out the spine. Hands onto the floor, gripping the mat, shifting your weight forward and back again, shrugging the shoulders up towards your ears. Shift your weight onto your hands and your fingers. Maybe your feet can come off. Do that a few rounds. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. There's no right or wrong, but just notice if there's any changes. Awesome. Now lower down into your malasana. Notice how your deep squat feels like for you, as it is flexion. Hands onto the floor, grip the mat, lift your hips. Round the upper back, press onto your palms, gaze forward, shift your weight onto your hands. Maybe your feet can come off, and notice how that feels for you. Maybe more stability, maybe worse. Just observe. All right. Step back into your high plank. Protract through your scapula. Tuck your pelvis and notice how your plank feels like here with your hands and your fingers. Let's meet back into side plank. Lift the hips. Look at your left thumb. Bring the arm over your head. Lift the hips up higher. Shift back onto the other side. Lift the hips. Right arm over the head. Look at your thumb. Come back into center. And maybe 5 more push-ups. And see how that feels for you after the drills. Ooh, awesome. Now let's meet back into your dolphin. Notice how your dolphin feels like. Gazing forward, walk your feet forward as you can and notice how your hamstrings feels like, how your shoulders feels like. Gaze down towards the floor and keep resisting the floor away. Awesome work. Lower your knees down. Sitting back onto your heels and just take a moment to observe the feeling, the sensations within the body. Place your palms to cover your eyes. Block all the lights. Breathe into the nose. And then hum it out. Breathe into the nose. Hum it out. Breathe into the nose. One more time. Hum it out. Breathe into the nose. Sigh it out. All right, for the next round, you're gonna need a couple of socks and you can roll your mats, or if you have a handstand pad, you can use that too. All right, let's put everything together into a certain flow. So let's begin in high plank. Find your positioning. Push the floor away. Press onto your fingertips and your palms. Shift your weight onto your hands, shoulders past the wrist if that's okay. Push the floor a little bit more. Now would you be able to drag your feet and bring it to your armpit? Bend your elbows and then slide it back. Lower down, chaturanga, option to drop your knees. Press back up, glide it again, bring it to your armpit, bend your elbows, lean forward. Maybe feet can come off, maybe not, that's okay too. With control, stay forward, round the upper back, glide your feet, lower down, always option to drop your knees. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips back. Downward facing dog. You might notice it requires a lot more work because maybe your feet are gliding, so this allows your body to create more activation. Keep the ribs in. Inhale, look between the hands. Then glide your feet forward and down towards the floor. That was not easy. You're doing amazing. Inhale, rise. Hands up and back. Arch the back. Exhale, palms in front of the heart. All right, now we're gonna add the dolphin. Inhale, hands up. Arch the back. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Dive down, fold. Inhale, flatten the back. Hands onto the mat. Push the floor away, round through the upper back. Lift your hips. Grip the mat. If it's okay, slide your feet back into your high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Press back up, high plank. Exhale, lower your forearms down to your dolphin. Amazing. Walk your feet forward. Now from your dolphin, you can interlace your fingers together. And then maybe walk your feet forward as you can. Keep the shoulders nice and strong as you push the floor away and slowly lower the crown of the head down towards the floor with control. Keep pressing down onto your fist and the forearm and then lift your head up. Let's do that 3 more times. Crown of the head down towards the floor with control. Widen the shoulders as you press your forearms down. Lift your head up. If your hamstrings feel tight, remember you can always bend your knees. But can we lower the crown of the head down again towards the floor, allowing yourself to feel comfortable. Keep pressing the floor away. And then push the floor, lift your head up. Last one. Crown of the head down towards the floor. Push the floor, widen the shoulders. Breathe here. Making sure that there's barely any weight on the crown of your head. The weight is all on your forearm. Let's stay here for another 30 seconds. Finding stillness, focusing on the breath, and focusing on pressing away and widening the shoulders. Keep widening the shoulders. Keep pressing the forearms down without lifting the head up. Now push the floor, lift your head up, hold it here. Gaze between your wrist, finding a focal point and finding stillness. Push the forearm and release. Come out of the pose and feel your shoulders, feel your body. All right, thank you for putting in the work. And tomorrow we're gonna add some more stuff, letting the body adapt into these, maybe perhaps new positioning for you. And once the body adapts, nervous system feels a lot better and we can progress much better. Let me know if the drills worked out well for you, such as the vision drills and the air hunger drills. Let me know and see you tomorrow.